Talk Live. Here it is, another month.
Another month.
Another month.
The end of Women's History Month, almost.
Absolutely, yes.
For us it is.
For all the beautiful women out there, happy Women's Day, happy Women's
History Month.
Everything, all of that, all of that. But it's your girl, April J.
I'm Sassy Scribe.
And as always, we always have two guests.
Yes.
And our two guests, I'm sorry, we got a lot going on the side.
Yes, indeed.
But we have with us two guests today.
Yes.
And we try to, always try to integrate our show with some guests because you know how, me and Sassy are. So
we can talk all day.
I know.
Forget all about the guests.
I know. But we had to warn them ahead of time.
Yes.
All right. So our first guest is Mr. Cory Banks. He is not only a DJ, because that's where I know him as a DJ.
All right.
But he also is a realtor. So we are just so happy to have him. Listen, if you're looking to buy a house, you're looking for a rental, well, y'all do it all. Invest, all of that.
So y'all do real estate investment, new home purchases, renovations, and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mainly specialize in investing.
Okay.
Yeah. Something the black community needs.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And listen, they also, every month, they do the real meals and deals. Yes, every month, which WPB Media Networks broadcast live from.
And also the real deal meetup as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you definitely want to come out. If you're looking to invest, you definitely want to come out because there's a lot of information that you can get, and it's yourself and the mad scientist. Yeah. Okay. I mean, he had me intrigued a couple of times. I was like, oh Jesus.
The mad scientist. What does he do? What does the mad scientist do?
We call him the mad scientist. His name is Charles Blair.
Okay.
Of course, I'm Agent Cory Banks, Realtor 007. And when it comes to real estate marketing and different strategies, he's the guy you want to go to.
So he's the guru.
Exactly.
Okay, he is.
Well, we say guru because there's so many times that people call themselves gurus and they're not really doing the job.
Right.
True.
So we say guru.
Amen to that.
Yeah. And he's a beast. He's a beast. Trust me. You definitely want to come out and go to it's the first Wednesdays of every month. So you definitely want to come out. It's at Ida B's.
Right, Ida B's table.
Wonderful.
Oh, I want to go there.
Wonderful.
It's like a soul food place?
Yes.
I want to go.
So
y'all got to let me know. When is
First Wednesday
of each month?
Yeah, 6:30
yes.
to 9.
You got to go there. You got to get the catfish.
Okay. All right. Do they have shrimp and grits?
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in. All I need is shrimp and grits. I just started eating grits a year ago. I'm really proud of myself.
Really?
Yes.
After she said she doesn't get y'all on food, I remember.
My mother didn't make grits. My mother didn't make grits.
Really?
My mother said it looked like dirt to her, like grit. It tasted like sand, so she didn't make grits. But we had oatmeal and cream of wheat.
Really?
Yeah, my mother did not make grits. And y'all don't tell mama that because she
not the wheat is sweet grits.
Well, I like
That's
cream
sweet
of wheat.
grits.
I like cream of wheat. And it's smoother than grits.
Cream of wheat is good.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's cream
with the
of
black
wheat is
man,
nothing but
not
sweet
the
grits.
with the black man on the
We digress. I'm sorry, y'all.
All right, so our next guest.
Oh, and we have the beautiful and lovely Eljayem, and she's joining us today as a potential, y'all. So we never know. We never know. So yes.
Hi guys, welcome. I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we want you here. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Well, tell our
she has an old soul, y'all. I love it. She has a very old soul.
But tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. Where do I begin? Well, basically, I am a line that cannot be defined. Therefore, I am Miss Black America DC. I am a radio host at We Act Radio and WPFW, located in Washington, D.C. I am also the leader of the free world. That's what I say, because they say the revolution will not be televised, right? And,
but it's being televised.
A little bit. It got to happen in your mind first, right? I can be a product of the revolution. So it is currently taking place in my mind. But as we were talking before, it's about that internal work,
yes,
right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So, yeah. Oh, and I'm a grilled cheese master, and I'm also obsessed with Golden Girls. So I think.
You know what? I love Golden Girls. So
See?
Who doesn't love Golden Girls?
He heard food. Cory heard food. Oh, he has a grilled cheese.
So 2 things
I can put you out of business with my grilled cheese.
Let me tell you about this before. Let me tell you about this dude right here, okay? Friday we were at a networking event. This dude has a T-shirt that says, "I'm only here for the food."
Was it true though?
Yeah.
It was very true.
Did they have food?
Oh, they had food.
Was the food good?
Yeah.
And he was not joking.
Okay.
Let me tell
He
you,
had his plate.
People know me. They know I love food. It's 3 things that.
That's how he gets by.
Real estate, DJ, and food. That's it.
Okay, you need to come to a couple of Harris Girls events. We got you.
You got it. Feed the fat boy.
We feed you.
We'll feed you. All right, listen. All right, so before we go into our Twitter facts, because we got Twitter facts coming up, and you know, as always, actually, some of these Twitter facts are from our radio show. If anybody's ever,
what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Probably like 4 years ago. But I mean, you know, our radio
I'm still gonna
show,
say thank you, Kendra, because she found the craziest.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Craziest
Listen,
one.
I didn't do any of the animals. So if anybody listened to our radio show, I do any of the animals because she was famous for that.
Well, we need animal ones because
We
people
do.
like animals.
I know, but I was trying to steer a little bit away from it, but it's fine. It's fine. And then also, if you also listen to our radio show, we used to do these segments called dilemmas, or what would you do? So I kind of went back a little bit, and I started saying, let's go a little
The show
bit
gonna be
into
lit
this.
today. I've been thinking about this ever since we've been talking. Be afraid of some of these questions. It's going to be off the chain.
Wait,
Right.
I was
Yes.
thinking of things at home when they told me that. I was like, what are they going to ask me? If an armed robber walks in, what would you do?
No, that's
I didn't even get that.
No. But you'll see. You'll see. And it'll be great to hear from, because we have a millennial.
Exactly.
And we have somebody in the afternoon of their life, and then we have everybody.
All right, I'm in the mid.
You're midway. She's early afternoon.
Yeah. Trust me. Hey, listen. I look at it like this. You know, I'm getting ready to turn 44. I have
Black on
yes. I have a daughter that's in college, and I have another daughter that's going to be going to college in a couple of years.
So you're basically eternally broke for the next 8 years.
I am, but listen, I tell people this all the time. I'm happily divorced, and I'm in the next phase of my life. There's one. I think it was a phrase that Cher said. She said, "Okay, you get married, you have children, then you get divorced, and then you live your best life." That's where I am right now.
Yeah.
My best life. Okay, yes, right here. Okay, it ain't that bad.
It's like
I don't know if that was
behind the scenes.
Behind
Behind the scenes, y'all.
I was like,
And these are the things that can happen when you go live. Anything is possible.
Exactly.
Anything can
Our
happen.
producer is going crazy in the back, but
Maybe I can get another drink as they come up.
all right. So don't go anywhere. We got more Women's Talk Live
Don't go nowhere, you guys.
coming up next.
And
And welcome back to Women's Talk Live. I'm telling you, our camera stuff.
He didn't even tell us. Like,
He's like, I'm live on
you're about to go live. 5, 4, 3, hey, you're in.
I tell you,
Okay.
you gotta love the general manager of WPB. He's just He's a live one. Yeah, but I do appreciate him. Yeah, definitely. He's been with me for a long time, almost 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years because it's the 9th year, so you're up to 8.
Okay, all right, yeah.
9 normally comes after
I'm
8.
only 23, okay?
Okay, lies and fairy tales. All right, so
Yeah, you know what? I'm sitting here thinking I'm the oldest one in the camp.
no,
David older than me.
David,
Yes, indeed.
he just turned 50.
No, so he's younger than me.
Yeah, he just turned 50. No, it's David. It's David.
He is older than me.
That's all right. That's cool.
All I'm gonna say is we look good though. I ain't saying
Black
that.
don't crack.
I ain't saying that.
Exactly.
No, I ain't gonna say that because I just seen recently. Don't take this the wrong way on Facebook.
It won't crack.
But I saw a whole lot of 50s on my Facebook feed recently that cracked. Really
Were they
bad.
on crack?
No, they weren't on crack. But I mean, drink more water and use concealer or something. I'm like, I don't understand. God, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm
Sodium.
But
sorry.
hey, listen. I mean, I say that all to say is that WPB will be celebrating 10 years next year.
And we gonna turn up.
We gonna turn up. We definitely gonna turn up. But I'm so grateful to all those who have been in the WPB family, who have come through the WPB family.
10 years?
10 years. It'll be 10 years next year.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We started in 2010.
let's go.
June of 2010. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
so June of 2020,
Yes.
maybe around the 7th or something, we could have a celebration.
See, you know, this girl. It's funny. All right, so we gonna move into our Twitter facts.
Okay.
All right, so our first Twitter facts is a man's dominant hand is the opposite side of his lower hanging testicle.
It's awesome!
I did this.
Now listen to that, y'all.
I did this for Sassy.
Your dominant hand
is
the opposite of your lowest hanging testicle.
Right. All right. So it is yeah. So for all those men out there
that are left-handed, the right one's longer.
It's there.
And if you're right-handed, the left one's longer. That's the dominant hand.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, I can go and I can.
No,
we don't need.
We only do R-rated. We only do R-rated.
I said no. I can go. I need not. Okay.
This ain't women's talk after dark. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Or sassy after dark.
My apologies.
So what happens when you got 2 hands but only 1 testicle?
That's a good question.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know
people
either.
like that.
I don't know either. I don't either.
Like what happened if
I don't know. That sounds.
What would happen to make you only have one?
Yeah, is that a disability?
I don't know what happened. You gotta ask him.
Who's him?
I don't
The
know.
Twitter facts. Oh, the person only had one. Okay.
All right. So our next Twitter fact is it is projected that by 2060, only 44% of the U.S. population will be white, making minorities the majority.
What's that?
So
Already the majority. If you combine all of us together.
Yeah, but then you have all of the people who don't believe that they are black.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of Afro-Caribbean countries that don't want to identify. Remember that whole conversation we had? They don't want to identify as black if their skin isn't like dark like us. Right. So when they come over, and if it doesn't say like Hispanic descent, they don't even want to check that. They want to check white. Yes.
So it's like a modern day paper genocide.
Well, they do it to themselves though, because everybody want to be brown. Nobody wants to be black. And the proof of that is how many tanning places that you have, and the bronzers that they have on the market. So you want to darken your skin, you just don't want to be treated like the people who have the dark skin.
Exactly.
That's what y'all get.
Right. So for all the Trump supporters, by 2060, hopefully y'all will have moved to Canada.
Well, what? Canada's integration too.
It ain't.
And there are some black Trump supporters as well. So.
There's a lot. There's a lot of black men. I know more black men that support him than I do women.
That is true.
And I don't even
What's
understand.
that series called? It's like Kai and Dale. There's 2 black women. And,
we don't say their names, but I know you're talking about.
I don't know her name.
We don't give them.
What they were.
In North Carolina,
about him before.
with the bad wigs, with the hairline always down here. We don't say their names on here. We don't give them credence or reverence. We don't, because they're paid.
They are paid.
They're paid.
But you know, black people I think have found like that niche in this Trump era
yes, they
to be
have.
like, let me stand out. I'm going to support him, even though he's clearly against my people and everything else. But I'm going to support him because I want to be seen.
Because you want to make money.
Well,
Exactly.
Even the sheriff. I don't know if I can say his name, but even the sheriff.
The black one, right? The one with the hat.
Right.
The pastors, the sheriffs, the senator that didn't get reelected.
Right.
Right.
I thought that was so just deserved. That was awesome.
But Uncle Tom's everywhere though. I mean, they don't have to wear the sign.
That's true.
You know.
That's true. All right, so our next Twitter fact is 75% of Japanese women own vibrators. I completely understand.
Wait a minute, listen.
That makes sense.
No. Listen to
The
this.
average is 47%. 75%
of own, but the global average is 47%.
I wonder if it's a
is it
black
like two?
vibrator?
Is it 2 for every woman?
You think we're in the wrong country?
It's funny.
But
we just had this conversation all the way back over here. Where, it was you guys at a show, and it was a white guy and an Asian.
Oh yeah, Asian guy. He made a point to say that it was a misconception about Asian dudes. I've never been with Asian dudes, so I can't really. I can't.
All you gotta do is look at their condoms, and it will tell you all the truth.
Okay, David, you tell it way too much.
Because why? See, you may
and you may want to put a pause behind that.
What you said?
Why are you looking at me?
Makes me feel pretty damn good. That's what.
Well, I'm assuming there's more black guys that probably need to go over to Japan.
But isn't the sex industry really major in Japan or over in China? Period.
Well,
No?
Sex, you mean?
Yeah.
Pornography.
Yeah.
Pornography,
Yes.
That's anywhere.
They had that hentai and all of that
But I think
all of
it's
the
a
other
little bit
pornography
bigger
that
in
they
the
had.
Asian
They had
community.
pornographic anime
Right.
generates from the Asian continent, and then Silicon Valley. What's that? What's that? Porn Alley in California generates the most.
But it's just like the sex culture period.
Yes.
So if like women are more in tune with themselves and they're like, hey.
Well, I think that's in Europe in general. I think that people are really.
I think over there.
I think that they're a little bit more open than here. Like they don't freak out if a woman takes her bra off on the beach the way that they do over there. You know, oh my God, they have a thong bathing suit on.
I mean, even if you look at some of the commercials, their commercials are more sexual.
Yes, they are. Because it's not, you know, it's not.
Benny Hill. That was years ago.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
See, you dating. Don't date us. Don't date us, bro. Don't date us.
Bro,
Don't date us.
he's talking about the reruns.
I mean, okay. See, you got her answer me with Benny Hill. Come on, y'all.
Like she said, Benny who? Did she say Benny who?
It's all good though. It's all good.
Oh, then we're gonna name a whole lot of people today. You're gonna be like, huh?
Yeah. All right. So our next Twitter fact is men who prefer large breasts are less financially secure, according to a study.
Was that a Pew Research study?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask our guy.
Well, you heard this conversation the other day. A big booty make me weak in the knees. So yes, I don't. Now,
so big breasts just.
I mean, I like big breasts too, but I prefer a big booty. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He likes donkeys.
But they're saying that if you like big breasts, you're not financially.
I don't know how. I don't see how that.
A lot of men don't. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Demasculated?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I've heard.
I don't see that.
I don't.
I mean, but you got some white dudes that got money and buy their women breasts. So I don't understand. They got money to buy the breasts. So I'm assuming
Because they were small. So it's rich.
but they're big now.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
He had the money to make them.
That's a
Poor
good
guy, he
point.
had to create.
I don't know. Sometimes they look deformed. If they're not if they're like too big and your body isn't congruent,
don't look
I mean, you
natural.
can really look like you're falling over.
Natural.
Right.
And then it's
It doesn't look
hard.
You have to be well proportioned.
Yeah.
Like a big top and the small bottom.
Ice-T is very, very, very well endowed as far as financially. And look at Coco.
But
Hers is funny.
Right.
Yeah. No, they talking about natural.
I know,
So
but
it goes into telling why.
It didn't say why.
They just making up stuff now.
No, I mean no. When she was actually back in the day when we were looking for Twitter facts, you found the most random things. Like why would they do us? Who commissions a study on that?
Right.
But you have people going to college for their dissertation and they find different things,
find,
and that's I mean, sex is so explosive.
It is.
And just even in the whole podcast and the radio industry.
Right.
They might be correct though, because
Yeah.
Robert Kelly liked them straight up and down, front and back, and he's wealthy.
Okay.
Next one. Go ahead. Okay, next one.
It says women gain weight after marriage and men gain weight after divorce. That's true. Because women are happy. When we're happy, we eat. We don't think about it because we're happy.
But
I don't know.
I know a lot of men that lost weight and a lot of men that just got sloppy after divorce. Too.
I know a lot of men that gained weight after they got married because they were happy. You know?
Okay.
Especially if that woman can cook.
Exactly.
Right, that's me.
Oh, I might have a
Yeah,
problem.
that's me.
Remember you live, right? Remember you live, right?
I'm
Yeah,
Okay.
I've kind of been on both sides. Now, I mean, I didn't gain that much after marriage.
You lost after.
But after my divorce, I kind of lost, and then but I mean, even I think my ex-husband, I think he kind of gained because I cooked.
Yeah.
So he kind of gained, and then after divorce, he lost.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought it would be the other way. If
There might be some other-
you're
I
married
gained
and you're
weight.
happy, she's cooking. Then you
No,
guys
that's what I'm saying.
I gained hella weight when I was in a relationship because all he wanted to do was eat out.
Okay.
And we ate out a lot. And then I had to lose weight and then I gained it again. So it's like it goes through a relationship phase with me. But you know, Sassy always been like, hit that chick.
Right now, I will say I'm happier now that I am divorced. So I kind of maintain my weight. So I don't know.
I don't need those either.
I don't know.
I've never
We had a
been
side
married.
conversation.
I've never been married. I haven't experienced that. But I do know that at this juncture in my life that I pay more so attention to like what's in my food. So like the weight doesn't necessarily
affect it.
Yeah,
Okay.
most likely. So,
I don't think about that. Women with partners who have a great sense of humor enjoy more orgasms and stronger ones.
Oh.
Than women without.
What could?
Unfunny.
I guess because she happy.
She's happy.
Right.
I mean, if you're happy, you're happy.
No, nope. I'ma call flag on the play. I'ma call flag on the play. You can tell 100 jokes.
It said a woman with
You
a
can
great
tell
sense of
100
humor.
jokes and still not know how to finesse.
No, but
There's a certain finesse.
But it said the woman that tells a lot of jokes has a great sense of
It
humor.
didn't say the woman. See, you know what? I proved this. This is proof that men and women hear things differently. I had
So read it again.
I'm gonna read it again. It says, women with partners who have a great.
I missed the
partners.
partner part.
You
I
missed
missed
the
the
partner
partners,
part.
right.
The partner has a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
They have better orgasms, stronger orgasms than women who have unfunny partners. And I'm gonna call flag on the play.
I don't know about that.
It's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Because
no.
if I'm making-
Because you could be with an unfunny man who is slaying. I mean, he's amazing. And then you could be with a funny guy.
Yeah.
Who you gotta give instructions like go to A to B. You need to do this, and then just know what. Just get up and go on. You know that's how you do it.
I was with somebody. I was with somebody 17 years. I can't.
I felt
I
that
can't
just
attest.
now. You felt that.
Okay, wait a minute. Can you say that again, please, real loud, one more time?
I was married for 17 years. I can't attest.
Okay. I ain't never been married. I've been on both sides of the fence.
So I mean, it was fine. Okay,
But
so,
boo right now,
That
funny and amazing. Love you.
all right, so we're gonna get into what would you do. So our first what would you do is to consent or not to consent. Here's the first dilemma. In Arizona, a court ruled that a woman can use the fertilized embryos to get pregnant without her ex-husband consent.
Okay.
So, you're divorced. You have no intention.
Frozen embryos.
Your ex-wife, and it could be
Girlfriend,
ex-girlfriend, whatever, decides, oh yeah, no, I want to get pregnant, and I want to use those frozen embryos. Goes to court. The court says
You can use them.
you can use them.
Now, is he on the hook for child support?
See, that was my thing.
my question.
That was my thing.
Does he have any rights to the child?
Exactly.
If you don't have any rights to the
He doesn't
child,
want
you're
it.
not going to pay child support.
Right.
He
That's
doesn't-
how I look at it.
Right.
Well,
He doesn't want.
First, how did you get my sperm?
Because we
Let's
were
get
together.
married.
We were married.
Right,
Yeah, we
so
were
you
married.
froze
I
it.
got
And then
it.
you froze the egg.
So I agreed to freeze my sperm.
freeze.
And she froze her eggs. And they made embryos already. They already did them. They just haven't implanted them.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So they're already fertilized embryos.
And
They
why
just
did-
haven't been implanted in them.
Inside of your womb.
Yeah,
So
why
I
did-
can't-
So I initially agreed.
Yeah, you said yes, and then y'all
We
didn't
got
like each other no
divorced.
more.
He got divorced, and now she
And
wants
then
to
you
get
said, I don't
pregnant.
like
Right.
him no more.
Right.
And that's it.
Shit, that happened in the regular. I'm sorry.
No, but that's real.
I mean, it's real. I still love. I bet a lot of people. We watch Maury every week. We see 15 men to one woman.
Poor Maury.
That's another
He was
show.
down with- I know Maury. I grew up watching Maury.
Yeah.
But his
Never
shows
seen
been
that woman
like
in my
that.
life. But
What you say,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that I agreed to it when we were married, but now we're no longer married. So, I don't agree to it now because you're
But
crazy.
you're not
But
married. You don't get to have any say so.
But it's mine. It's still I do because it's still that's still.
But it's already existing. It's technically hers too.
Well, when we agreed, so it's half and half. So when we agreed,
But y'all just made the whole. It's
right,
no longer happening.
But when we initially agreed to this, right? We were married. We were happy. We were on the same page.
I feel like y'all
Then
agreed to a
something-
lot with the
then-
dudes and you broke them. So
then
why do you
something-
think she would uphold
Well,
you?
well,
Should've
something
remembered
happened.
that divorce court.
Well,
And I need my sperm.
I'm bringing it
right, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So now
Throwing it
you wanna have my baby after the fact, and
So you would feel an attachment to the child.
But
No, I don't. I'm a woman and I don't feel an attachment to it. It's an embryo.
Right.
It hasn't been implanted in me
It
yet.
hasn't.
To me, it's just like this little diamond right here. That's all it is. And then I can chuck it.
Right.
If I don't want it, I mean, that's how I'm looking at it.
Like
However, but you're saying no, but the court took the decision, and they're saying that, I know, she just chucked something on. Okay.
I missed the whole.
I'm sorry to all of the
That's
people.
sponsor's horseshoes. That's rolling dice.
But the court is saying that she can use it.
Right.
So it's taking the decision away from the guy and saying, well, no, she can use it to get pregnant.
I mean, you know, I might. Let me see. I want to sound.
He got.
I don't want to say because he's because I have to sometimes I have to watch how I say things.
Oh yeah, we
because
get
I
it.
can be
We get
insensitive.
it.
Right.
But at the same time, I understand that, you know, women have, you know, rights to their body and things like that. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, in a lot of these situations, is also taking the decision away from the man, because that's part of us. You know, so if we made that decision and I decide that I don't want to have the baby, so just like you said, am I responsible for child support?
Right.
You have some of these states where
the presumption of paternity is on the husband.
but here's the thing. Even finding out, like it was a few years ago, a man did a DNA test and found out that the kid wasn't his, but he was still responsible for child support.
Because the
he signed
presumption
a birth
of
certificate.
the presumption of paternity, and I've talked to a paternity expert.
Right.
So the presumption of paternity is on the husband. So, like for example, a woman had 3 kids. The first and the third were his. The second one wasn't. But he still had to go to court and fight to have his name removed from the birth certificate and to stop paying child support for that middle child.
This guy, he wasn't married to the woman, and the court said because you've been paying child support, I think it was like for 5 years, and he found out that the child wasn't his, he still had to pay.
Tell
And
him
the court said that if you don't, you're going to jail.
Tell him I'm gonna tell him to call Cardinal Smith. He's a paternity expert. I've interviewed him several times on situations.
But
I don't know the guy.
But listen, that's true, and this is a personal story. But my dad, his supposedly older son, and I think all of us kind of knew that wasn't his.
Is he like y'all?
No.
See? All right then.
No. And but granted, my dad had him during the time him and my mom was married, and him and my mom divorced. He ended up marrying this woman. They had 3 other children after this young man. So my dad paid child support all the way up until he was 18 years old. And then on his 19th birthday, this woman wants to decide to tell him, oh, he ain't yours.
Right.
In an argument. And at that point, he's like, okay. And now granted, this young man, and hopefully maybe he's still watching, ain't his. And he don't know. But I told my father.
We don't want him to find out through Women Talk Live. We don't want to do that to him.
I don't give a F.
That's devastating. That's devastating. Imagine that.
Listen, I don't
said
care.
Zero.
Zero.
She said zero. I don't give zero.
Okay, listen.
Lying through a rolling donut.
He just like his whack ass mother. But
Really quickly.
All the teeth getting spilled. I think we should take a break. Let H&J calm down and sing. And that was it.
But my mom never said anything negative about him.
Right.
And for me, with my daughters, I tend not to say anything negative about their dad to them because that's their dad.
Right.
And regardless of how they feel about him, or like you said, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Exactly.
And I always tell him, your relationship with your daughters is on you. It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
But I do let them know, hey, listen, no matter what or whatever happens, that is your father. He's always going to be your father, regardless of how you feel about him or how you don't feel about him. He's always going to be your father.
And so what you're teaching, with the women who speak negatively about the fathers, they're teaching that. Exactly. So it goes on because
it's a vicious cycle,
right?
Because then their children will speak negatively about them, and it just keeps going on.
I have 2 boys, right? And the best example I could give is with my oldest son's mother. Like, this was my arch rival. You know, you say her name and, you know, but I never said anything badly to my son in reference to her. Because at the one, I will always love her because she gave me my first son. That's my guy.
Right.
And now, after all of these years, now we're cool.
Right.
You know, we call each other. She would, hey baby daddy, hey baby mama, and you know, he's in his last year of school, and we're pushing him through.
High school or college?
High school.
Okay.
You know, and even the way, even our interaction, his whole demeanor is changed, and he can't get away with
no
that.
more animosity.
Right, exactly.
Right. I saw that
Because y'all are working together.
That was probably
Right.
one of the greatest moments in my life.
Exactly.
When we got to that point and
Right.
we had that conversation.
And it takes time.
Right.
It takes time. It took me 4 years, and I said eventually, you know, me and my ex-husband came to a point where we could definitely get along. We can coexist regardless of what happened. It's over. It's done. And we realized that we're parents at the end of the day. So we just said, hey, listen. At the end of the day, you know, whatever happened. I'm over it. I'm pretty sure he's over it. So at the end of the day, we can just be parents to our family.
Let's bring. I want to hear your story when we come back after the break.
Yep.
Welcome back to Women's Talk Live. I am your girl, Sassy Scribe.
A for J.
And we have our beautiful guest, Eljayem, and Mr. Cory Banks, Realtor Extraordinaire. So before we went to the break, we wanted to bring LJ back.
Yes.
So you can tell us yours, since we were talking about the whole family thing.
Yeah.
Tell us your thoughts. And
Well, I mean, when it comes down to the embryo, really just to piggyback off a lot of what you said about, even in the middle, when you said he had to go to court to like fight for the middle child not to be there, how do you not claim your child after that? You know what I mean? How do you not formulate that bond or build that? For me, I mean, you asked me the question, is my father in my life?
Right.
No, my father wasn't in my life. But I'm a product of inside colorism. My mother's black. She's like your skin complexion. My father's Puerto Rican. They weren't supposed, interracial was not supposed to happen back in '89. You know what I mean? My grandfather on my mother's side was against it, and my abuelita on the other side was against it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like we have both families against it. My mother not listening, wanted to be the rebel, and woo 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 woo. She knew my father was a playboy and that he had a whole nother relationship and all this other stuff.
he was Puerto Rican.
So he was, but I mean, technically I look like him with the wig. You feel me? So it's like,
Did he look good?
it's not.
Hold on, wait a minute. I had to think about. I didn't see that coming.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
does.
look
He
good.
does. He does. Like we
Like-
stand next to each other, you can say like, "Oh, that is your father." You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, I said that even growing up, you see that type of colorism, but you don't know that it exists for your families to be separate. You know what I mean? But my father was also whitewashed. He was one of them who can pass for being white,
Yeah.
and that's when
Which
he
is what
married
we were talking
that
about
white
earlier.
wife. He did, and then when he had my two brothers, that was the thing. I became the black one.
Right.
So I am the black one. I said that in my poem. It's like, you ain't dark enough, you ain't black, or, oh, los mijos, you're a brown one. Are you mixed with black? So it's like, I've been getting that my whole life about, I am black. It doesn't matter how light I am. I have definitely had a black experience on both sides with my family and everything else growing up. But with my father particularly, I can't say if he didn't want me because I was black or if my mother is because who my mother is. But at the end of the day, I will always criticize him because when you have a seed, regardless if you put that energy into it, and I'm an educator, like all my students are my students. Those are my babies. I love them. I will go to bat for every single one of them. And if I can feel this unconditional love for my students and I didn't give birth to them, how can you not feel like, yo, this is mine?
Right.
You know what I mean? How can you not be like, yo, I created this. How can you not do that?
Right.
And it's like, he's never done that. And I even talked to my best friend, like, we plan on driving down to Florida where he is. And real talk, I just want to pop up on him and sit next to him. Like, hey, to see even if he even knows who I am, because he hasn't seen me with locks or anything. Like, are you going to know who I am? Because in conversations, he would be like, oh, well, you know, your brother looks just like my father, just like his grandfather. Or my son. He would say that. Well, my son. Well, you know, my kids. And he's talking to me.
But
I'm
you're
your
as like as
I'm
not
your
one of his
firstborn.
kids. Right.
I'm your firstborn. You feel me? My brothers now, but this is how karma works. Because he found out that the wife that he married had been cheating on him for 15 years.
So the baby
they got
ain't
a
his.
divorce. No, those kids are his.
Oh, okay.
Adam looks just like him. Michael might be a little fishy. I'm not quite sure. But the point is I'm sorry, Michael. I still love you, baby. But the point is like they don't even claim me because I'm black. You feel me? Like they push me away so hard because I'm black, and they don't want to be associated with that. Even
But
Julie,
Puerto Rico is like an
I'm gonna
Afro.
say,
It's like I said, these Afro-Caribbean nations that don't
They
want to
don't
accept
want it.
their blackness,
Exactly.
which is what they are. You are black.
but the
see,
Black
but
American
what
has a
that tell
completely
me-
different story.
But what that tells me though, right? If you're saying that that he doesn't want to accept who he is as a black person or as a Puerto Rican, or he just want to identify as white, that tells me that he doesn't love himself, who he is.
Yep.
So if you don't love yourself, how can you truly love somebody else, and how can you also love, like you said, he looks just like you. So it may not even be the fact that he doesn't love you unconditionally. It's just you remind him of what he's trying to get away from.
I know, but that's the same thing for my mother. My mother was trying to get away from me because of my father. You feel me? I remember I went to college and I called my mother and I found out that her and my father were hanging out. I was infuriated. How the hell are both of y'all kicking it together? But when I was growing up, y'all couldn't seem to be in the same room together or do anything together, or at least be there for me.
Right.
So it's like now y'all doing this boo loving, bunned up thing, bruh. If you don't get away from my mother, if you don't get away from my father, I'ma fight both of y'all. Like what's happening in this moment? This is not okay by no means.
Nah,
this is
by
like
no
some
means.
weird, crazy
Right.
Twilight Zone. Like y'all could have rekindled this shit. I'm sorry, this stuff
no,
like
no.
back in '89. You feel me? Like when it mattered, maybe. Like thank God for my Uncle David. Thank God for my Aunt Dee Dee. You feel me?
Right.
Thank God for my grandmother. Who like I got her on my ankle. Like you feel like my grandmother and my grandfather raised me.
Right.
And it's like I had that. That's why I have an old soul. I was
Right.
raised by my grandmother.
You raised by old
You
people.
feel me?
Raised
Like
by
I
old
don't
people,
and
you
I
got
don't
old
take no BS, and I tell people the only thing light out here is my skin color. Like don't get it twisted. But you have to, going back to the embryos, I mean my question, I would want to like flip it. How would you feel if it was a fertilized embryo and the man wanted to take your egg and have another woman?
There
have
it
your
is.
baby?
There it
You
is.
feel me? Like
There it
how would you feel about
And women
that in
aren't
that
thinking
moment?
about it on that level.
We not. Like
That's a good idea to flip it like that. Awesome.
I'm
And
just
a lot of women will go freaking berserk
Go ahead
just
and
off of
raise
that,
it.
just that idea.
Let's get to this. Let's get to this next segment.
Alright.
We have okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one, y'all. Who should pay for a divorce when the marriage is over? A lady on the Steve Harvey show stated that she has been separated from her husband. This is some black people shit. For over 25 years. You just leave. You don't divorce. You just walk away. You just walk away. You just walk away. And the only reason they aren't divorced is because her husband doesn't want to pay half of the cost, which is his part would be $500. The divorce costs $1,000.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say to this, because I've had relatives that did this, don't divorce him so that way you get everything. You get his pension, his land, his cars, his money.
But
if you don't divorce him, he can be living with whoever.
Hold
My
on.
cousin did that. She got everything.
Yeah.
I've
seen
but
it.
the question is,
That's common law?
who wanted the divorce though?
I don't care.
'Cause I'm
I
saying-
wouldn't force it. I
I'm
wouldn't force
saying,
it.
Some people
Go ahead and get that money.
I've never been married, but
You got children. I'm just joking.
okay, I'm
She went
I'm
back to
just
the
joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hey,
You shouldn't
I'm
be
just
hanging out
joking.
with your baby mom. You shouldn't be doing that.
we are hanging out, but not like that. We cool. We just cool. Matter of fact, last Tuesday, my son, my son's mother and I, we all had lunch last Tuesday.
Awesome. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Like both of them, or you, your son, and the mother?
all three of us.
Okay, I mean that's normal, but the son was involved, right?
Yeah.
Okay, mine, I wasn't involved.
I'm just saying. I'm just
God
saying.
bless you. I even got that.
Right.
I
But
got that.
Tell us about the divorce. So what would you say?
I would say it depends on who wants the divorce. Because if I'm married and my wife she wants to get divorced, what if I don't want to get divorced? What if I want to work it out?
Let your wants hurt you.
What if so hold up. So if that was the woman, I could say the same to her then, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying. So what if I don't want to get divorced? What if I want to try to work it out?
What if she doesn't want to work it out? Then where you
Okay,
at?
but I'm
now
not.
you gotta
So therefore, you want me to pay half for something that I don't want? That I want this thing.
I would never go 25 years like this.
You want to sleep on the couch?
Like that, exactly.
You gotta go
Well,
through the
wait a
loan
minute now.
process.
It doesn't say whether or not that they live in separate households.
No, they no.
I'm assuming the assumption is that they
separate.
living for 25 years.
Yeah,
You're probably
25
living a
years.
separate
You're
life,
probably
but
living a separate life, yeah.
$1,000 for real, you don't want to pay
$1,000.
500, and on her part.
Why didn't you just pay the
Sis,
$1,000?
it's $1,000. You probably paid more for that for your wings.
But,
Go ahead and get it.
You could've just
but like you said, why didn't you just pay the whole? Because if I don't want to get divorced, I'm not paying you $500 because I don't want to get divorced.
But even
But
if
you
she
don't
pays
even have to sign it.
$1,000,
Like, what happens if your husband didn't sign
Listen.
it?
Now
Would
listen.
y'all still be married?
My thing is, I don't
you have to sign
understand.
in order to get
But I
divorced.
don't understand what state that is because I didn't file for divorce. My ex-husband did, and I didn't pay a filing fee. I mean, I countersued him, but I didn't have to pay because he paid.
He filed the papers.
He filed the papers.
Those are the ones that pay.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's because he wanted it.
he wanted it. I wanted it too, but he just beat me to the punch. Yeah, she
Okay.
wanted it too.
Okay.
But I mean, he beat me to the punch. So I was like, okay. So when I countersued, I didn't have to pay anything. When I filed my paperwork, she was just like, oh no, it's fine. I said, so I had to pay. She was like, no. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Now, granted, I ended up walking away with everything, but I mean, so it was a win-win. Well, it was a win for me, but. You know, I'm just
Which is a
saying.
win-win. Because you got everything. You got to keep your girls.
I got to keep
You know,
my
you got
girls.
to keep your girls. So it's,
I got to keep my girls. But my thing is that I don't know what state that is because I didn't have to pay half.
Right.
Well, each state is different.
But
So-
I don't even think they said anything about a state. I think she just said like because he didn't pay the $1,000, that's where that came in at. But that was to my point. Like, what
Yeah.
happens if you're getting a divorce? Even if you pay, let's say your husband changed his mind. It's like, oh, I don't want to sign these papers. Then you couldn't get the divorce because there are stories of that where people just refuse.
When it's not that
But
they
you
refuse,
can't
but they
force
can
it.
go and lie to the court and say, I'm going to work it out. Like he just said, I don't want the divorce, I want to work it out. And then if you get a judge, and these judges are whack jobs nowadays, and the judges say, well, I think you should take 6 months and try and figure it out.
Exactly.
You know?
I've had situations where that before the proceedings, if y'all had sex.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you have to start the process
Right.
over.
That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
That's
So-
true. Because
That's true in the
I
state
was
of
asked-
Maryland.
I was asked that. They said, hey, listen, have you been separated a year? And I was just like, well, at first he had put down we were separated 2 years, and I said no, we were separated for a year. And my dad was there, and he was like, so the judge asked him, are you testifying that he was like, yeah, no, she had already moved out, and they had been separated for a year. Because if we had been together during that time period, we would have to have waited.
Right.
So it does vary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
All right. So all right. He said okay.
Okay.
Your husband tells you his kid's mother wants to take a picture with her and their kids. Do you allow it? Join in, or is it just a no? Or hell no?
You said flag on the plate. You said so you wouldn't let him do it.
Huh? No, not with your girlfriend. If it was his wife, it's something different. Your girlfriend could change at any given moment. Your wife, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
But a family portrait?
But it didn't say the husband, it say your husband.
That's
Right?
Yeah, so
your
your
husband.
Oh, I didn't even read that. See?
Oh, I got you that for earlier.
Yes, you did. Yes, you just stopped.
Women just don't listen, Cory.
Read the fundamental.
They want to hear.
Plot twist.
Exactly.
So they want to do
exactly.
Christmas pictures.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Okay, wait a minute. Let's no. Let me reread the question because it's not any of that. It's not any of that. Your husband tells you his kid's mother wants to take a picture with her and their kids.
It doesn't
Okay.
specify.
Does it include him?
It doesn't specify. No. Okay. Example. Now I want to take a picture with my girls, and I say, hey, listen. I call their dad and say, hey, listen. I want you to take a picture with me and my girls. Now the person that he's with.
We
now,
know that bitch ain't gonna let that shit.
It depends.
I'm gonna tell you
It
straight
depends.
up.
It depends.
No. The person that this particular scenario.
Okay.
That's gonna be a double
You
negative.
talk about it. Okay, I got you.
That's gonna be a
I got
double
you.
negative.
I got you.
How dare she call you and ask you? That's not gonna happen.
do that neither. That's not gonna happen.
No, that's not gonna happen either. So see what I'm saying? So we got two no's.
Let's use another example.
Okay.
First of all,
I swear, Sassy is hilarious.
as a man, I don't even think I would present that to my wife unless we have a certain unless unless it's a certain relationship, right?
Like
Because
Jada and Will and his ex-wife.
that's different.
That is
Because
different.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Because they like each other. Jada
let
and
me
Will's
tell you-
ex-wife are
They do.
friends.
Well,
Sort of like
or Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats.
Swiss
they-
Beats,
they
Well, let me
all-
tell you-
or
let me tell
Lenny
you-
Kravitz,
Hold
or
on.
Lenny Kravitz and Jason
Let me
Momoa.
tell
They
you-
got rings
let me-
together.
Let me
now.
tell you where a lot of men go wrong.
They don't
Right?
tell the
This
truth.
is my opinion. This is where a
The
lot of men
honesty
go
isn't
wrong.
there.
Now, okay, we're not going there. I'm
I
not.
know.
Look, we're being
Right.
no. But my biggest thing is making people feel comfortable. Right?
Okay.
If I have my child's mother and my wife, I'm not trying to do anything with my child's mother, so therefore you should be comfortable. You have nothing to worry about. You know, my child's mother, this woman, this is who I'm gonna be with, and she loves our child, and you guys need to, you know, just have a conversation.
Right.
But if I'm just letting everybody wild out and you're
Not
not
being a man.
Right. Now, in some instances, you just can't fix it because that's just how they are.
Right.
You know, but if I'm consistently trying to make the two women feel comfortable, that makes my life a whole lot easier.
Yes, it
number
does.
one.
It does.
Yes, it
But what about
does.
the children now?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what this comes to is about the children. Like the children need a picture of their mother and their father together for them and for their mental self.
That's true.
Right,
I don't think it has anything
That's
to do
true.
with
But see,
our
but
relationship.
see, the thing
Listen, we
is-
had that years ago. Ain't gonna happen now.
But see,
Okay.
the thing is, it starts with you because if you're good, that means your children are gonna be good.
Right.
If you're not good, your children are gonna see it. You know, so
Right.
like I said, it makes my life a whole lot easier
Right.
and make it a whole lot more manageable. And yeah, and my kids get to see not only the love from their mother,
Right.
but also the love of I don't
Their
want to say extra
stepmother.
mother. Yeah,
Their
stepmother.
stepmother.
Yeah.
You can say,
Yeah, bonus. There you go.
Yeah, the bonus
I didn't want to say.
or
I don't say. We
as
don't
my
say step.
nephew
We don't say
said,
step in my face.
his original dad, or his stepdad, but he calls his stepdad dad. But when he refers to his dad, it's original dad.
right.
We're gonna come right back.
All right, here we go. We'll be back. And sing.
Be further direct.
And welcome back to Women's Talk Live. I'm your girl April J.
I'm Sassy Scribe. And we have two amazing guests. We
amazing
have Eljayem, and then we have Mr. Cory Banks
Yeah.
here. So we want to thank you guys for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us this
This
week.
is
We had a
great.
good time.
Yeah, this was a great
Yes.
conversation. Yeah.
You're awesome, guys.
Oh.
You're awesome. We had a good time.
You guys are awesome.
survived.
Y'all survived.
Thank
But I
God.
like your input and I
Yeah,
like your authenticity.
absolutely.
You dope as shit.
Thanks.
I like your
Absolutely.
authenticity.
She said that on
You're
camera.
You're good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you dope as
I
shit.
know.
We on camera.
No, she just trying to make me feel better. You're dope as shit. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Have the
Like, you
fans tell
alright.
us how they like
You
our
good.
guest co-host, Miss L.
Yes.
Yes,
Did they like-
absolutely.
Did y'all like me?
She's dope.
Y'all got let us.
You're
Tell me.
Right, exactly.
Come on, y'all.
I'm
Tell
just
me
here.
what you think
I'm
of
just
Miss
here.
Eljayem.
Like
I'm just
me
here.
or
You
not.
know, this was her. This was, you
Hey,
know.
listen, you can
Yo,
leave
this
a
is like the
comment.
test.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can leave
leave
a
a
comment.
comment.
Absolutely. Yeah, so,
By all means.
all right,
Say
so,
good things.
right.
And Mr. Cory Banks, Cory, I'm sorry. You're awesome.
Look, I'm just
Look,
saying.
I can't do this too much because somebody be texting me. Who is that?
Hey, don't worry about it. That's NyQuil.
Yeah.
He's dope. That's NyQuil.
Let me switch
I'm
cameras.
telling you, ain't that something? Ain't that, no,
Oh,
Sassy's
okay.
live. So
I'm live. I'm still live on my
He's
Facebook.
dope. He's added history.
all sassy.
I mean, you look nice too, but you.
I'm sorry. Both of y'all are dope as shit. I'm gonna refrain. I'm
I
gonna
mean, I
change
thought
that.
that was pretty
And he
good.
got on purple, and you know I love purple for friends.
I thought that did pretty good, but
You did.
But
You
yeah,
did. You know what? You did good, and you
named it
But
three.
I
You
wasn't
named
dope.
it and you
But I
came
wasn't
on.
dope as shit.
You said food, real estate, and what was the other thing?
And DJ.
And DJ. You
Oh, that's it.
Not even
three
trying to
women.
be this wrong.
Right.
You
Think
withstood
about it.
three women.
Well, I'm
And
used
you
to
didn't,
it.
but you didn't come at us negatively. You were like genuine and authentic and present, and I appreciate people.
I have a lot of female friends who call me and
Get
wants to
advice
let-
from you?
Right, and I'm used to that conversation. And
I like
sometimes
our past men roundtables.
We're gonna have to have another one.
Yeah, it got real ugly.
We're gonna have to have a men's round.
Hey, listen.
Or battle of the sexes.
If anybody from Broken Filter want to come back for a rematch,
Nope.
come on back.
Yeah.
Nope.
Come on back.
Coming back.
Wow.
A rematch. Well, how many battle of the sexes did we do with them? 2 or 3?
Three.
Three?
Well, and we did 3 live, and then we did one on their show.
Right, right. I think only one
They
held
were
his own.
ignorant as hell.
Yes, they were. Absolutely. Yeah. So Omar, all
I'm
y'all.
done. I saw him on somebody's plane the other day. I saw him on a plane. On a private jet on Instagram.
Was it Principal Jets?
I don't know.
Maybe it was Signature Flights.
I was going to say JetBlue or Spirit.
Was that the private charter that was there the other day?
Yeah, it was.
Principal Jets.
I said I need to get in contact with them.
Black owned.
I need to get in contact
Is
with
it?
them.
Black
Oh,
owned.
because you know, I only
Yes.
knew
Yes.
the Signature Flight down at BWI,
Oh
which is owned by
no.
the Under Armour guy.
They were at the
WPB
event.
Media Network get ready to pull up quick.
Exactly.
In
Yeah.
our private jets.
Yes.
They were there Friday. I said,
And they put
Yeah.
collard greens on the plane, if that's what you
Well,
Yes.
if WPB there, I'm there too.
There you go. There you go.
well, if food is there,
You know,
Sure.
you gonna be there with a shirt.
oh no, after food, I'm done.
But you heard what Charles said, make sure that you cash
can't
out
wear
your
that
part
shirt.
of the money
Exactly.
What happened?
to me.
Yeah.
So we can
Cash
pay.
App. They do accept Cash App.
Are we talking about the cruise or are we talking
No, we
about?
talking about the
No,
private
no,
flight.
no.
The plane don't take off till the bill is
No, I'm
paid.
changing the subject. We
Staying
talking
right
about
on the clear.
No, we'll
Okay.
talk about the cruise. We'll talk about
Okay,
the
I'm
cruise.
changing
All right.
subject.
All right, listen. So next Sunday, Women's Talk Live. This is gonna be our second time.
Yes,
Being
yes.
at the
Natural Hair Care Expo.
Yes, Expo, and that's gonna be on March 30th
31st.
through the 31st,
Yep.
and it starts at
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay.
And they will have the beautiful Kimberly Elise.
Yes,
Y'all may know her
Elise,
from Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yes.
Remember when she had put him in that tub and just let him sit
Yes.
there?
Oh, I loved
He
it.
would have drowned in it.
It was awesome. I loved
Anyway.
it. And Lisa Wu.
Lisa
Okay,
Wu
yeah.
And
from
she is-
Real Housewives of Basketball Wives
Basketball
and Real Divas.
Hollywood
Hollywood
and
Divas.
the Real Housewives.
And the
Okay,
Real
there we
Housewives.
go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. What is she? She's Keith. She has a baby by Keith.
Keith Sweat, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I know. Who she was from.
And not
Atlanta
to mention,
Housewives.
ladies,
Okay.
they're going to have a beard contest.
They
So
are.
anybody
$1,000
For
cash
all
prize.
that is single,
For all my ladies out there.
get down to the
Yes.
5th Regiment Armory in
Girl.
Baltimore, March 30th and
Let me
31st.
tell you.
What I'm telling you is, big game's gonna be on deck.
Yes.
Okay.
And we got boom,
And
boom, boom.
And there's a model rehearsal going on right now.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes. Yes.
For the beards?
No, the models.
Oh,
They
I
did
thought
a
that was
model.
for the beard. I
They
wasn't
did
Hair
models.
Expo.
No, they did. They had models looking for the beards. This was
Yeah.
like last month.
Right.
And then they had the models
Right.
for the direct. Oh my.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah. So
It
we
is
want,
amazing.
and we want to thank Malika Frazier because last time she
No,
brought-
Malika Tamu Cooper.
Yeah.
Malika Tamu Cooper.
Okay, I'm going
Frazier
back to
is the
those
other.
girls.
No,
Tamu Cooper.
Malika Frazier is the other girl.
Right, I'm going
But
back
we're
to those.
sorry about that. It is
Sorry about
Malika
that.
Tamu
There we
Cooper,
go. There we
who
go.
has started. It is 18 years.
25. She's been
No,
doing.
it's 18.
Wait, 18. for
It's-
the
It's
Hair Expo?
18 because I did the very first one with her
Okay.
when I was selling my book, and it was, and I can't tell you how proud I am just to see how much it has grown from that very first spot that
Right.
that she had it at
Okay.
to this, and then now it's like international.
Right.
So
It's at the 5th Regiment
Armory.
Armory in Baltimore. So please come out. Tickets or admission is
for
$20.
us, by us.
$20.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, you get such an array of just vendors,
Clothing,
clothing,
body scrubs,
everything.
artwork, you
It's
get
beautiful.
everything.
Yes.
I've got the amazing black shirts that they have there, ladies. You
Sassy
Who's
loves
that shirt
black.
again?
huh? The amazing black shirts.
Sassy loves black.
I love
That's
black.
all she wears.
Yes.
Black.
But these are black owned folks. So
Yeah.
yeah, y'all gotta
Keep
come
the
down
black
and see us.
dollar longer than
Yes.
6 hours.
Exactly.
We're trying to. We're trying to
Yeah.
circulate it for
So
these-
listen, look for the Women's
start with
Talk
10.
Live,
Right.
WPB Radio. We're gonna have our own space. Come by, say hi to us, say hi to April J, say hi to
Sassy
Sassy Scribe.
Scribe.
And we're gonna probably bring some of our other WPB family, so make sure you come by and say hey to us. You never know, we may get you in the hot seat. You never know.
Shameless plug. Make sure you check out the Cory and David hair products that we on sale over there.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Make sure
see,
you-
Yes.
see,
What?
all
Can a
this-
bald man get into a hair?
it's a lot of foolishness that go on behind the camera.
Let me tell you.
Cory and David
We're coming out. Look, we're coming out with our own hair products,
Our own
okay?
hair products.
But I'm gonna tell you, I went.
It's called no hair.
Exactly. There you go. I went to this hair. I went to this expo.
It's like
Right?
I'm done.
Me and my man
You get
George
no
went to
hair
this
for your head?
expo, and it was a hair care product. And he said, and he asked the guy. He said, what's the best thing that you can get for a bald head? And the dude looked at him. He said, get a hat.
Well, April, we're gonna run the commercial.
Yes, we're gonna run the commercial. commercials. So hey, listen, make sure it's next weekend, March 30th through the 31st at the 5th Regiment Army. Please come out and support because we need to support our own black owned. That's one
I will
thing.
actually be going on Saturday as an attendant with my family because they've never been.
Okay.
And then you'll see me Sunday.
Right. But hey, listen.
11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay. All right. So you don't want to miss it. Come out. Say hey. Do
And
some
spend your
shopping,
money.
And spend your money.
Basically.
All right, y'all. So we come back. We're gonna get into our final thought and actually have our guests kind of give a little bit of shameless plug of what they do and all this stuff. Especially Cory. I know he's itching to talk about this cruise. But don't go anywhere. We got more Women's Talk Live coming up next.
Look at those smiles.
Listen, when I'm on Women's Talk Live, I am no longer the boss. This Rhonda Cox is the producer, and the boss, and she be like, "All right, I'm gonna need y'all to have a seat where you going. Where about how far you gonna be?" Like,
Cory just got chastised.
She
Cory, where you going?
Cory,
Sit down.
See, that's the problem. I don't follow directions like 7 and 8.
Well, when you're on air, you have to
I
learn it. If you want to be invited back.
No, what I'm saying is,
007 becomes 001.
no, you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm not there yet because she just like snapped her fingers.
Anyway, you're Sagittarius.
Look, come on, let's wrap this up. We got stuff to do.
all right, listen. So, Cory Banks, thank you again for joining us. Now, again, tell us a little bit about your agency, like because you are a realtor, you are also a DJ. He's the DJ realtor, and not to mention, Cory is getting ready to do a reality show with WPD Media Networks. And hopefully he can learn to follow directions because Ms. Rhonda Cox is the producer of that show.
What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean?
He'll find out. He'll find out.
440.
Right.
I think that's my cue right there.
So tell us a little bit.
Well, yes, I am a DJ. I've been DJing for over 20 years at this point. And I'm also on real estate and I'm agent Cory Banks, Realtor 007. And
With who?
With Keller Williams Legacy.
Okay.
And what that means is I'm the guy you want to go to for the hard deals. I'm an investor. We have Real Mills and Deals, which is also live stream, and also Real Deal Network, where I'm not Real Deal Network, I'm sorry, the Real Deal Meetup, where we just help investors and learn different strategies and different things like that. And I've been able to take DJing, the network of DJing, and put it with real estate and bring the two together, and it just works for me.
It just works.
Now you guys have a cruise coming up. The reason why I'm mentioning the cruise is because we did talk a little bit about WPD coming on the cruise.
Right.
So that's why I mentioned it.
Well, I was told I had because I haven't been every time for the past 5 years we've been having the cruise, and I haven't been. It'll be the 5th year this year, but for the past 4 years I haven't gone because just different things. And I was told I have to go this year.
So where's the cruise? Where is it going?
So the cruise is every January. The payments have already. You can start putting your payments in now, and it only starts at like $500.
Right.
And we leave from the port of Miami. And on the cruise is fun, but it's also business because we're gonna have different similar, right? Exactly.
Okay.
You know, and have fun. So I might even. If I go, I might even break out the turntables and make it real.
So what cruise line? Where is it going? Is it Northern?
Royal is
Carnival.
Carnival is a Carnival. See, like I said, I don't have everything in front of me.
Okay, we're not going to talk to you anymore. Okay, let's go with the beautiful and lovely Eljayem.
Yes. Well, you can totally check out my series Hijinks, the time where I hijack the air and unjinx your mind. On YouTube, you can follow me at Hijinks by Eljayem. You can follow me on all social media as well at Eljayem, which is ELJAYEM_letters. Eljayem. You know, I had to break it down for some people at some point. That is where I am, or Mixcloud. I'm definitely on Mixcloud too. So totally check me out. Cool.
All right.
And hopefully I'll be here. You know?
Hey.
If you send in your comments, make sure you send your comments in, right?
I guess I forgot to give my social
Okay,
media.
what's your social media? Give your social media.
Okay, well, it's I am Cory Banks and on Instagram, and also Agent Cory Banks 007 on Instagram. So either one.
He got two of them because he important.
I'm just a guy who's not
just
dope.
good.
Who's not dope.
just good.
No, I'm just a guy who's not dope as ish.
You are dope, okay? I am never gonna live that down now. I'm never gonna live that down.
Right. You know, I'm not dope as ish. I'm just. I'm alright.
So
You're amazing, and we want you back.
absolutely. And listen,
It wasn't just me.
also, my co-host, who's been with me for
6 years. 6 years. 6 years.
And you have situations with Sassy.
Yes, I do. 1.6 million listeners a month.
Awesome.
You can hear me every Monday at 12 p.m. on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, Spotify, and on our network, which is in New York City. So, shout out to Brooklyn. That's where the highest density of Okay.
That's a lot of stuff.
Lot of stuff. So y'all gotta check that. Yes.
Absolutely.
I got like people in Egypt.
That's right.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotta send some after.
Yes, but they be trying to hit me up through Messenger.
Don't send them no money.
Don't do that.
Right.
Give me your credit card.
In the middle of the night, the phone will ring. It's like, who the hell is it?
Right. Yeah, they hit you on Google.
And pastors. Oh, don't do that.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
don't mess with the church's money.
Right, and like,
Man.
I'll leave
absolutely.
it alone.
And listen, don't forget, we have a lot of amazing shows.
Oh my God.
We just wrapped up the season finale of Thunder's Altercations. If you missed that season, go to On Demand. Absolutely, 6 weeks, 6 shows. They had I mean, they had over 800 views on Facebook Live.
Okay.
And I think the last one they just did is almost 300 views.
Okay.
Just-
Great. Congratulations.
Start out.
Right, and our Live Wire show, make sure you tune into
My
them.
God.
Our exclusive with April J, I just did one last night, and I mean, it's been
It's
growing.
growing.
We're in 21 countries right now, and I'm pretty excited about that. If anybody has known me, has worked with me, I'm a very numbers person.
Yes, you are.
I can tell you.
Yes, you
I
are.
like those numbers.
The numbers.
The numbers don't
The
lie.
numbers don't lie. They don't lie.
Absolutely. So
Don't
I
get
want
too local because we like international.
Yes.
So with that being said, yeah. Oh gosh, tomorrow
I
night
can
is.
just get on here.
I know. You know what? Our producer's like. Okay, but we got.
David shop.
Yeah, we got Walked Into a Bar. We are in our 2nd season. We're Walked Into a Bar. That's hosted by Rhonda Cox and Mr. 100. They do an amazing job. We bring in 4 individuals from different backgrounds. Some know each other. Some don't even know each other.
And they come in that bar and they drink.
They drink and we
know
throw.
each other.
And they get to know each other.
Yeah, and we throw.
I like
punches
it.
at 'em.
I'm coming
And
back to
listen,
the bar.
Yeah, and listen, we are as we are here right now. We're at Montego Bar and Grill, right on Charles Street.
1818 North Charles
We're
Street.
here on Mondays for Walk Into a Bar, and we're here now with Women's Talk Live. We want to thank the owner, extraordinary,
Thank you, owner.
Afani. We love him, love him, love
See,
him.
I ain't know his name.
Really sassy. Yeah,
I'm drinking his wine.
Don't know the man name.
Drinking his
Absolutely.
wine. And apparently I need the curry shrimp and the, what is it?
The brown
The
stew
brown
chicken.
stew chicken.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And listen, make sure that you go to WPBMediaNetworks.com. That's where we have all of our shows that you can watch. You can watch live, you can watch on demand, however you want. It's always on there. You can always follow our Instagram at WPB Media Networks. And I actually have 2 Instagrams, unlike Cory. I have April J1, and I also have April J of Women's Talk Live. So
And I only have one Instagram. It's at Sassy Scribe. So Sassy Scribe all along social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Right.
Snapchat.
And I mean, like I said, everybody's doing everything really, really big. I'm really excited. I'm really happy about things that are going to be coming up, especially for WPB. And I'm really, really excited about. In November, I will be going to Tanzania to video. Like, I'm the only video. It's like 14 photographers, and I'm the only videographer.
Amen. Yeah.
I am so excited.
Back to the motherland.
Never been to Africa, so I'm really super excited. They have 3 spots left. So if you are a photographer or a videographer, they have 3 spots left. And I believe if you are not following, it's J_UniqueEye. He actually just left for Tanzania today.
Okay.
And he's going, and he already told me when I saw him on Monday, he was just like, everybody got to be physically fit, so I had to go get a trainer. Because he said we're going to do a lot of walking, a lot of climbing. We're actually going to be on RVs. Like, I'm completely excited.
Like
I really am.
You should.
So I did. I actually started my training yesterday. It almost killed me.
All right.
But hey, listen, it's all good. So I'm pretty excited, and we got a lot of good things coming up. I want to thank Mr. 100. I want to thank 7 Nazir from Nazir MMP. They got a lot of things coming up, a lot of movies coming out. So we're doing it all.
Never still.
Never still.
Never still.
Never still. If anybody knows me, I rarely sleep. Nah. All right, so for our final thought today, I always like to end our show with a final thought, kind of wrapping up all of our segments and what we talked about. And again, I want to thank our guests. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. And you can listen. We have we're actually be going into our 9th season. We're going to be filming 6 shows for our 9th season, which will air in New Orleans, first time.
Hello, y'all.
First time. All right, so don't forget, Charlotte, we still love you. We still gonna air there, so don't. Yeah, we just adding to the family, adding to the family. All right, so our final thought of today.
Ice challenge.
I love doing live shows.
I know it's so funny. All right, our final thought. If an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. If broken by inside force, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside.
There it is.
All right, so this is Women's Talk Live. We will see y'all next month. I'm your girl, April J.
Sassy Scribe.
We will see y'all next time.
Wait.
What?
This segment of Women's Talk Live is sponsored by Men with Miniature Shoes.
Bye, y'all. See y'all.